Former Alaska Sarah Palin was relatively unknown in the political arena until she burst onto the national scene back in 2008 as John McCain's running mate, and since then she has become one of the most talked about political figures of our time. Now, I recently sat down with two people who have been by the governor's side from the very beginning, and they are the authors of the brand new book, Our Sarah, Made in Alaska, Chuck Heath Sr. and Chuck Heath Jr., and that would be Sarah Palin's father and brother. Good to see you again.
Oh, you betcha.
You doing all right? All right, so when she wrote her book and she talked about she went out hunting with you for moose before school, and you take the eyeballs and you hand them to her.
I handed them to her, and in her book she said that she didn't take them, but I saw her take them.
Oh, so we got a running dispute with the books now. All right, the media's going to go nuts. Big controversy.
You're going to go wash your hands now, aren't you?
No. Listen, I have never been moose hunting, but I can handle it. I think I do it. How do both of you deal with all of it? In other words, the smears, the attacks, the names. It never stops.
It really never does. We've been listening to this for the last 4 years. You know, up until she got the VP nod, things were cruising along really nicely. She had an 87% or so approval rating, highest in the nation, was popular on both sides of the aisle, got the VP nod, and was attacked viciously, and her record was completely distorted. Oh, it never stops. And, I mean, there's been times when literally, I'm not kidding, I've had to from going after some of these people that with the profanity and they, you know, they're hanging on these lies and doing their best to destroy her. It's been real tough.
As a dad, that'd hurt.
Oh yeah, especially the dirty things like what Letterman said and things like that. Bill Maher. Yeah, Bill Maher. Anymore, fortunately, I'm getting a little calloused, and I say, what's next, you know?
Yeah, so in other words, but that's one of the things that I think as I know your daughter and your sister, that I admire the most about her is she's taken all of this, and she always comes back fighting with a smile and drives them nuts. I mean, it's almost, it just has worked against them, and the people that love her, and the people that don't like her, and she doesn't care.
Yeah, she's tough.
She's tough.
See that? Yeah, she's tough.
Well, it's probably from holding those eyeballs, you know. But what do you attribute to? Why do you think there is this deep resentment towards her? This fixation to attack her? I have my own theory. What do you think it is?
Well, I think, you know, for one of the big reasons is she represents everything the feminist movement was about. And here she is, raising 5 kids, extremely successful, active, running every day. She's doing all these things that you'd think the feminists would be behind, but because of a few issues, like her pro-life stance, they can't embrace that. They can't look past that, so it's easier to destroy her, to take her down.
So in other words, you have somebody that is a working mom, highly successful, is able to balance work and home life. She's pro-life. You forgot one other thing. She's Christian.
Yeah,
you know,
big one.
Good-looking and successful. Add all these attributes, and that is a threat to the establishment, threat to liberals, because why?
They're afraid of her. Yeah, they're definitely afraid of her. And I think Chuck covered why, just a variety of reasons.
What was she like growing up? I mean, she's going to kill me for asking all. I mean, what was she similar? Was she quiet? Was she an introvert, extrovert? What was she?
She was totally competitive in anything she undertook, whether it was school, sports. If she lacked a certain skill, she worked and worked and worked. Fishing, commercial fishing, she pushed me, even hunting. I'd get a little lazy once in a while, something would be 2 or 3 miles away. She said, let's go get it. And I kind of shrugged my shoulders, but she made me go do it. Totally competitive. When Todd came in the scene, all the girls were oogling over him. And Sarah jumped in there.
Is that right? Yeah. And you guys never fought as kids, right? You always got along?
No. Yeah, you try living with 3 sisters in a 1 bedroom.
I had 3 older
napkin
sisters,
table.
1 bathroom, 1.
Yeah, I went through the same thing.
Oh, it was, you know, running out to the backyard in the bushes for crying out loud. It was horrible. I mean, I'm putting my makeup on. I'm like, oh, good grief. 4 hours. Well, guys, the book is amazing. Great stories about Governor Palin, and I know a lot of people get a lot out of it. It's an honor to have you both on the program, and good to see you. Thanks for
It's our pleasure.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank
Good
you.
to be here.